From comedy billionaires like Larry David and Jerry Seinfeld,
Yeah, highest paying job I ever had.
to guys like Louis C.K. buying a yacht with the money from a single sold-out show,
I can't afford this book.
these are some of the craziest ways comedians spend their money. Starting off with Dave Chappelle, who we all know has no problem walking away from money, but turns out he's not afraid to spend the big bucks either, especially when it comes to cars. Chappelle's car collection boasts a casual total price of $713,000 and includes a $500,000 Rolls-Royce Phantom drophead coupe, a $117,000 Porsche 911 Carrera, and a modest $14,000 8th generation Ford F-150.
Will you shut the fuck up, Morgan Freeman? Sorry.
But it's not just cars that gets Dave Chappelle to open his wallet. Earlier this year, he started the process of building his own comedy club in Ohio called Live from Yellow Springs, which reportedly has already cost over $1.9 million. Looks like the comedy mothership might have some competition soon.
I have quiet please money at best. I'd have to take a loan out for shut the fuck up.
With $1 million watches and custom state-of-the-art tour buses still to come in this video, let's first take a look at everyone's favorite pig, Tim Dillon. Tim is known for wearing his flashy Louis Vuitton sunglasses on the podcast, which can range anywhere from $600 to $5,000. But on top of that, his real estate portfolio is no fake business. Tim owns a $4 million home in Austin, a $2.5 million estate in the Hamptons, and is even rumored to own a third home, a sleek Hollywood mansion in California.
So if these migrants are looking at houses off season, trying to make a deal, I'm not mad at them. I'm not mad at them. I'm literally not mad at them now. Were you looking at homes? I got my eye on a few.
Up next is Tom Segura,
Because of you nice folks, I could buy a nice house, and I'm very thankful for that.
who we all know likes to spend big when it comes to his cars,
I love modifying cars, especially performance cars. I've done it to a Porsche, BMW that has a ridiculous modification, and this one now is flirting with kind of crazy.
But what's even crazier is Tom's impulse buys for the people around him. Like when he got his best friend Bert Kreischer a historic $20,000 teacup that used to belong to Adolf Hitler.
And there is basically a 99% probability that you're holding something that the Fuhrer drank from at his vacation home.
This is Hitler's cup?
That was Hitler's cup, yeah. Put it to your lips. Put it to your lips.
Or who could forget when Tommy Buns was a guest on the Are You Garbage podcast, where he admitted to spending $50K on his birthday dinner.
What would be the most, if it sticks out, that you ever spent on a meal?
I don't know if you want me to tell you.
Oh, yeah, we do.
You want to write it down like a rich guy? Write
Sure.
it down on a piece. Yes!
I'm going to read it out loud.
100% going to read it out loud.
Also, how much cash do you have on you right now?
I don't know.
Okay.
Let me count.
What the fuck?
Let me see it.
Yeah.
Give me it!
How many people were there? Just you.
It was
Ladies and gentlemen.
It was a group. It was a group of
okay,
us.
yeah,
But I mean,
What city?
Chicago.
Can I say what the number is?
I mean, do you think we should?
We
Yeah,
talk,
what
this
are you
is this is
talking
what honestly
about?
this is what people tune in for.
All right, sure.
Yeah.
$52,000.
It was my birthday.
That's more than I made last year.
On the books. No, yeah, that's your birthday. Of course, blow it the fuck out.
Yeah,
Is that with tip?
that was with tip.
Oh, all right, with tip. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, what's 5% of 52,000?
Speaking of eating big meals, Bert Kreischer is no stranger to spending money either. When he's not at his newly built home in LA, the machine is spending time on his brand new tour bus that was custom built to his exact specifications, potentially costing the comedian upwards of 7 figures.
I got a new tour bus.
Are you excited?
Oh, dude, it's the best. It's the best. It's the best. It's the best for someone who lives on a tour bus like myself. It's the fucking best.
Did you spec it out?
I built it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I built it. It's
Who'd you use?
I don't know if you're not going to remember.
With a net worth of almost $500 million, Kevin Hart is in a league of his own compared to some of the other comedians we've talked about so far.
An old school car can always get better, and it's something that you have to nurture and take care of. And I like that. I like the relationship between myself and my cars. And over the years, that relationship has grown and grown and grown and grown.
And Kevin's watch collection is no different, starting off with his spectacular Rolex Daytona Rainbow, which ran him $520,000. But that's still nothing compared to his ultra-rare Nautilus Ref that's currently valued at a whopping $1.1 million.
This actually may be my favorite watch.
Is that steel?
This is platinum. It's one of 40. What's interesting on this one is the counter and the skeleton, but I like that, like the black numbers on the skeleton, almost invisible.
Yeah.
Right? Like you almost can't see it. So you gotta really like get up on the watch to see it and to understand it.
Unlike the real Kevin Hart, Mark Norman has often been called the cheapest man in comedy.
I love that Mark's like, yeah, Jew, they don't tip. And then Mark pretends to bust tables so he can eat the buffalo wing scraps.
No one is cheaper.
That has never not worked.
Try it. Anybody can go eat scraps off. You don't have to. You don't have to pretend to be doing anything. You can go up and go here.
Whoa! Do you work here?
Yeah.
Mark may be inclined to save money in his day-to-day life, but he still has some spending power when it comes to the big stuff.
So is it hard for you to make these huge financial decisions for something like that's so expensive, like producing a Netflix quality special, or was this just different than your personal life? You just gotta get it done.
Well, that's a great question there, Fatty. But the real problem is I'm cool with buying big. I bought a brownstone in Brooklyn. I bought a BMW, a vintage car, which was a huge money suck. But I'm not good at buying stuff for me, like a smoothie or new underwear.
That makes sense.
But the special, it's a big thing. So yeah, I can splurge. I want all out because I want it to be good. You know, it's going to last forever. You put a lot of work into it. So yeah, I swung for the fences on that.
Plenty of comedians own expensive cars or pricey watches, but this next comic used all the money he made from just one show at Madison Square Garden to splurge on a Grand Banks 341 yacht. That's right, Louis C.K. spent $250,000 to become the captain of his ship, only to get it stuck in the mud hours later with his daughters aboard.
That was all of a sudden like, wow, Louis like a tabloid guy. Louis C.K. in his boat. Just hanging out waiting to be rescued.
I got stuck in the mud. It's new Black Crowes album.
It was my first day. Yes, it was my first day in the
Stuck in the mud.
I just bought it. And I spent one day on it with some guy who showed me the specifics of the boat. But it was a big fucking boat with two engines, and it's really complicated to drive.
Man, does that sound messy. Speaking of messy, the Rat King Theo Von keeps most of his big purchases close to the vest. In fact, vests are the only luxury item Theo's been known to spend big on.
No, go back to that vest story, man. So here's what happened. So I would do some cocaine at 1,000, put on these different vests.
How many did you buy again?
I don't know. I spent too much on them, but I would probably say the priciest one I had was probably about $210. Nice.
Damn.
Yeah. And so I would get fucked up and put these vests on and put on sunglasses and no like Buffalo Bill shit, but at least partying by myself.
At Joke World. That's did it. At Joke World.
And the world is WRLD.
That's a great YouTube channel, Joke World. Check it out.